Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel and hello if you're new. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet by clicking on subscribe below in red, and you can click on the little bell. I upload videos every week. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Charlotte. I am a medium channel. I share messages in direct from the guys of the light, the galactics of the light, the people of the light. So I hope this finds you well, with guidance for you to help you on your journey. So anyways, today's video is going to be a little different. Actually, I'm not going to be only channeling. I'm going to be channeling because the guides are here with me, but also going over all the messages I got this week. There's been a lot of information, a lot of teaching, a lot of messages that I received that I have to that I want to share with you and love to share with you. And so I'm gonna go over it. I'm really gonna try to keep it very condensed because there's a lot of information, a lot to say. So I kind of wrote it down. I have my notes here to go over some of it. There's about 10 main points. So if you like to have something to write down, it's going to be helpful because this is really, those are guidance and advice for the next upcoming years on really how to move our energy more aligned with the 5D and go toward 5D more and more. So if you want to take notes, please have something to write down. I think that'd be very helpful for you. So I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna jump in and go over the notes and what I've learned and what they told me to share with you, and then they're gonna be here with me, so I'm gonna be channeling messages in between as well. Just make sure you stay until the end too, because I have some drawings that they show me to explain you some transition from the 3D to the 5D that are very important, and I will share that after so number 10. So anyway, so I'm gonna jump in. So number one. So number one is we really have right now to accept and respect our past. There's been a lot of cleansing energies the past few months, like I've channeled in multiple videos. This was finished for some people, that was towards the end for other people, and that's really making us ready for the new creative energy that is coming in. That's gonna be like the fresh new start, the rebirth. Okay, that's extremely important. So before we can rise, we really have to make sure we don't have any toxic energy, any toxic strength that are holding us back. That could be people, that could be anything related to your past, and really you have to make sure that you make that go away now, because we have to really get rid of that so it doesn't hold us back anymore. The image was really like showing people that were being held back, almost like if you're pulling on a leash, and that's their past, that's toxic people in their lives that's really holding them back as far as their energy, and they need to let that go so they can finally move forward and jump forward into the new energy, the new world that's going to come up. Okay, so really leave your past at the door if you haven't done so. So make sure you cut any toxic connection. Use as a technique of the little person you draw, and you cut like any toxic connection with them. It's very famous, you can look it up online. I'm not going to video about that because there's been a ton of stuff about that, but use that technique. It's very helpful to do that. So it cut any string, past string, toxic string that are holding you back like that. To use that technique, it's a little technique. You draw the person and you draw all the stuff that hold you back to this toxic energy, and you just make sure you cut that with very full consciousness, really official. Okay, just very, very, very full consciousness. Take it seriously, and that will be a big relief for you to move forward. Now once you do that, you're going to be really at peace in your heart, and you're going to be ready to really receive the new energy. But we really have to finish that part of the cleansing. We have to do that part of work ourselves, which is very important, because there's so many emotional connection to some people that needs to be done, and they the one, you are the one that has to do it. That's what I'm hearing. So that's very important to do that in full consciousness, and then you can be at peace with your past and then finally move forward. So make sure you do that. That's the first step. Okay, so number 2 is make choices. Keep being into your integrity. We've talked about that in the last video. There's a guidance message about integrity, honesty, and really be aligned with who you are. Just make sure you're aligned with what you think, what you say, what you do. It's very, very important to align all those 3 parts. They show me image of, it's like cubes that are unaligned, okay, and it's all chaos like that, and you just have to make sure, like a cubic cube, you just have to make sure it's realigned, and so it can flow, the energy can flow, and you can move forward too, because if not, it's really creating blocks in your life, it's creating friction in your life. So make sure all of those are aligned. It's extremely important. So again, it's what you say, what you think, and what you do need to be all aligned. Make sure you're 100% yourself. You're very, yeah, very, very into your integrity. You like a full person, okay? You're not like half and half. You know, I'm gonna say that and then change my mind a couple days later, and then, or you know, do 1 foot forward and 2 foot back. Okay, we really moving out of that type of energy, and really we need to be 100% true and 100% sure of our choices. They're saying it's extremely important in the upcoming time. This is not even a timeline on it, because it's gonna be really like what's going on moving forward. So they're saying so okay, so make sure you make your choices. When you take your decision, that you hold on to this decision. You're not going to want to change your mind couple weeks, couple months, because it's not going to happen. You won't have the opportunity or the luxury, that's what I'm hearing, to go back and change your choice. Okay, it's kind of like you're going to be in front of a buffet and you're going to be allowed to pick what you want, but make sure that you choose well, and that's really what you want, because you get 1 shot and that's it, and you won't be able to go back and change it for something else, or pick something else because you didn't like it, or change your mind, or this or that. Okay, you get 1 shot and that's it. So they're gonna give a little time that's kind of like up in the air, floating, timeless thing, to make sure you have the time to take your decision and you're not being rushed. But once you make your decision, that's it. There's no going back, there's no changing mind, etc. So start practicing that. For smaller things, okay, that are not as important, just try to really take decision and stick to it, and really be very firm with yourself and very 100% aligned with what you want and who you are, because this is going to be a very big importance in the upcoming years. And like we said, there's, you know, it's really the choice, this is the choice you're gonna make in the upcoming months, the upcoming year, as far as the energy are really, and it always do, but it's going to really impact your life drastically. Very important. It's going to really define your future and in which direction it's going to go. So you really got to be sure of yourself and decide what's aligned with you, not to please people around you, not to please what you hear, not to be influenced by your outside world. Don't decide based on outside world, outside events, outside people, but based only from your inside, your soul, your heart, and what resonates with you. So it be truly you, and you're not the saying, so you're not influenced and then punished by other people's decisions. That's what I'm hearing. But yeah, so be very, very, very aware of that, to be very careful with your choices and make sure you take the right choices and stick to it. Okay, so number 3 is your inner power. So it's kind of cutting back to what we just talked about, is really trust your choices, your intuition, your judgment. Yeah, really follow that wheel, what you want to do, follow your heart, your intuition, what makes you excited, not just around you, your outside world. So we already I just, you know, channels a message for you, so we kind of already went over that. And make sure the decision is from your inside, not your outside. So number 4 is always have faith and trust the process. It's very important to understand that too, that we don't always get what we want, but we always get what is best for us. Okay, so you might want something and you're not getting it, and then you're gonna get really upset, but 2 weeks or 3 weeks later you're gonna get something that is gonna be 10 times better, a million times better. It's gonna be like on the same lines, the same kind of things, but a million times better. And you can be like, oh wow, like this is so much better than I was hoping for, you know, and I was upset I didn't get that first thing, but this is like a million times better. And it all makes sense now, because now, you know, I have room for it. If I got the first thing, I will have never got that one, which was a million times better. So just keep an open mind for that. Make sure you see, you don't always see the full picture, and you don't always have that step back, you know, where you see the 360 degrees view, kind of like the bird view. You see everything that's gonna happen. We don't always have that, but it's having the faith to know that something happened because better is coming. It's having that faith and that trust in the process. That's very important. It's the same, the saying also to apply it to when something upsets you in your life, and something happens and you're upset, and you know, really you're like, what's going on? Like, you know, I'm not having like I have bad luck or something. And it's like, no, you know, just see it different way. Just know it's a blessing. It's a hidden blessing. Sometimes those things are hidden gifts, and it's just helping you for something that was down the road, that was going to be way worse. Sometimes it's preventing you from a bigger drama, you know. Sometimes it's better to have that little drama in your life, that little problem happening now, rather than think everything is fine and then it's 10 times worse down the road later. You know, maybe that little drama avoided something much bigger on the long road. So just be conscious of that. Have that inner faith, that inner beliefs, the things happening as, you know, this is for the best. I trust the process. I have faith. Really, that will uplift your energy, and that really bring you in a much more positive direction. Okay, so next, yeah, so number 5, it's about the energy for the month. So for the whole month of May, they told me that we're going through that reorganization of ourselves, and it's really it's more than that. It's a reprogrammation, and the image they sent me is actually beautiful. It's kind of like in the video game in Tetris, and you have all those cubes and all those geometric forms, and you know, they have to go into each other, etc. And there's all those gaps because it didn't flow really well, and you have those gaps and those holes. Okay, and that's kind of like what's happening in us right now, based on our past, on our old beliefs, on things from our outside environment, etc. There's been gaps and things that didn't flow and create blocks. And right now, for the month of May, for most of you that are watching my channel are extremely extremely awake, have very high consciousness, so you've done a lot of work energetically already. This is not going to speak to everybody. It's not going to be on a large scale. It's going to be for people that worked a lot spiritually, and really, like, we have that chance in the month of May to have those realign. And it's kind of like they're going to shake us up a little bit like that, and the blocks are going to shake around, down and fall back into places, and it's gonna get realigned. Okay, it's gonna be that perfect block, so you have that perfect flow of energies. There's no gap, there is no holes, nothing like that. So that whole month of May, we're closing the gaps. It's a whole reprogrammation. Okay, we're gonna replace all wrong beliefs that we had from the past to new beliefs. Okay, new system of thinking, new behaviors in your life that are a lot more positive, more aligned with who you are, who you become, because there's been a lot of work done on yourself, and energetically your consciousness has evolved. You've evolved as a person, so everything's going to get realigned, and you have to readjust your way of thinking, your old beliefs with new beliefs, your new patterns, your new way of life. Okay, so everything can be realigned. So this is what's going on right now. For that matter, so they told me that the whole month of May, because of that energy we're going through to realign yourself and help you with that, it's gonna be so some sleep patterns. You can have difficulty sleeping, you can have some insomnia. For example, just know that just about the month of May, maybe a little bit of June, but not much more than that, and it's connected to that. Just know that's very positive thing, a great thing actually, because it's gonna help you take a jump forward. It's gonna move you up to another level. Okay, so just know you could have sleep, your sleep pattern be a little difficult. You could have a little bit of insomnia, also a little bit of outburst of emotion that could be unexplained, that could be like you could feel very on the edge and not understand what's going on. Well, it pretty could be connected to that. Okay, so just keep an open mind, be kind to yourself. That's what I hear. Okay, because you could have some outbursts like that, but just let it go, let it flow. Make sure make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you stay aware of your cell phone as much as you can, tablets, computer, anything that has those electromagnetic field could be very disturbing right now, because your energy is changing. Okay, it's being adjusted, so that has negative impact with that energy. So make sure you stay aware of that as much as you can. Of course, you cannot disconnect yourself for months. If you can, then great, I'll see you in a month, but you know, most people can, so just make sure you reduce it. You know, if you're on your phone like 6-9 hours a day, just try to reduce, maybe only check it like twice a day, maybe like 30 minutes and an hour at night or something. Just reduce it as much as you can. Same with media. You know, media is causing you a lot of stress, a lot of negative energy. Reduce that as much as possible for all months of May and June, and that will help you with your body and your energy and your vibration to raise up. Yeah, and so they say also it's going to help you reconnect to your soul, to your inner guidance, which is very important. So it's going to take you a little bit away from always looking at the outside world for answer, and really come back inward and listen to your soul, listen to your heart, listen to your inner guidance. A lot of people actually tell me, a lot of people actually on this video, watching this video right now, are getting a lot of intuition developing. They're saying things like signs, but they don't believe it. They're saying yes, you have to believe in yourself. Those are signs. You have developed your third eye. Your third eye is opening. That's going to talk to some people, but you have to follow those intuition. You have to believe in yourself, and really that's going to open you up, and that's going to help you grow very positively. So just just be more confident with that. That's very good news for some people that would be concerned about that message. Okay, so number six is the respect, respecting yourself, respecting each other, but not only, as I saying, it's very global, large scale. Okay, it's respecting the human being, of course, but it's also respecting the planet, it's respecting animals, it's respecting the nature, respecting the world of the minerals. It's really even respecting the galaxies, the stars, the planets. Have that broad respect, that large respect. It's very important. They're saying it's an energy that needs to that really should be developed more and more, because it's going to help balance some other more heavy negative energy and redevelop that respect. It's a beautiful energy that's extremely necessary. It's saying also look at yourself, and some people it can feel like they're not being respected by other people, or things like that. Just make sure you step back and look at yourself and okay, I'm gonna look inward and have that outside look, and am I being as respectful to others that I would like others to be to me? Okay, and if not, just make sure you change that, because the energy you send out comes back to you. Okay, so the more respectful you be to others, the more respect you receive. That's going to be very important. Again, it's on a large scale, and it's going to talk to people differently depending of the different people hearing this message. But again, it's not just people, human being. It's also, like we say, animals, nature, minerals, the planet itself. It's really respect, like everything around you. That'd be great. So they're saying with respect that the notion, the idea of better than or not as good, or this person is better than me, or this person is lower than me, or etc., etc. This is going to disappear. This should not really be there anymore. That way of thinking should be, it is expired. That's what it's saying. So make sure that that change is made as well. Okay, so they're saying, with that, they're saying we are all one. Okay, we're all on the same level. We're all one and united. We're all on the same level. The image, yes, these people are arguing. As soon as we say that, I can hear these people arguing, saying, no, it's not true. This person is this person and that. Okay, they're saying that there's different capacities, and there's different means that we can have, but it's all here to complete each other, but we are all on the same level. The image is kind of like if you have a box with color pencils, and you have all those pencils and all those different colors, and it's like saying that the pink pencil is going to be better than the gray pencil, and the purple pencil is not as good as the green pencil. Well, it's not true, depending what you need, what you're doing, etc. But there's no good or better. It's what the best for that situation. Okay, and there's no better than or things like that. You just have to see it as a whole. Okay, so it's kind of like us. We are all those different color pencil, and we are all at the same level. So there's no more better than. You can do your best, try to do my best, but not trying to be the best, and that's the difference. That's very important moving forward. So again, there is no better than, not as good, that it's all at the same level, all as one, with different capacity that will complete each other. Okay, so yeah, so they're saying as a reminder also, like there's no better because of jobs, because of money, because of clothing, because of the car you drive, because of your house, because of this, of that. Okay, all of that is very very artificial. That's what I'm hearing. So all this is gonna dissolve. Okay, it's going like this, and then the pure of the self is gonna shine, and we are all at the same level. It's very important to understand. So that's a big thing for the 5D. So the respect and all at the same level. Number 7. Number 7 is your self-love, is the love you have for yourself. It's very important right now to be yourself, to be aligned with yourself, like we said, to really align with what you do, what you say, who you want to be, who you are, and not what you want to do to please people or to have people like you, okay? Because when you do that, is to fill up a gap of missing, of, okay, well, you know, I don't love myself, but I'm going to use this to make this person happy, so I get some attention from them, or I get love from them, and things like that. So just be careful that there's a lot of that between the 3D and the 5D, and we're moving out of that as well, toward really being aligned with ourselves. Love yourself 100%, you know, with your good and bad, and really go do things that are aligned with you and not to please people around you. Number 8. So number 8, we have do not make assumptions about things. If something happened to you that was bad, okay, do not go like everything that's going to be looking like that same situation is going to be bad, and just make it like a general type of things, and saying like it's going to be 100% failure every time. I see, for example, every time I have a red apple, it's going to be a disaster, because I had one red apple in my life and it was a disaster. So now I believe, you know, it's going to be a disaster every time I have a red apple. Well, just be careful with that. Keep an open mind. Okay, don't make a truth out of one experience. Don't make one experience to be a belief for all your life, and make sure you keep an open mind and replace any old belief, all negative belief, with new one. This is part of that transition we're doing right now, where we're really being asked to replace all those old negative beliefs by those new beliefs, those new behaviors, those new positive patterns. Yeah, so it's part of the reprogrammation. Let me listen if there's something they want to add to that. Yeah, it's part of that creation. There's a lot of things that actually people that are watching this video went through that were pretty negative, but that actually show you the light. It's kind of like by seeing the darkness, you saw where the light was. That's what I'm hearing, and it forced you going through those experiences, going through those things. It forced you to really go toward what you like, and know exactly what you like and what you want for yourself and for your life. It's really like you've been put in darkness so you can find the light is like better, and it's easier. That's what I'm hearing. That will speak to a few people. Okay, so number 9 is be humble. Be humble and recognize your mistakes. Recognize that you know you can do something wrong, and just be humble with that. Just accept that and move forward, because when you don't, it's kind of like you holding in, and then it's like a weight that's holding you down, and it's gonna be more, it's gonna be heavier and heavier. So just recognize that, accept things that we're not always happy with, or sometimes, you know, we thought something and we're wrong. Just accept it, recognize it, accept it, and then just let go and move forward. Make sure you stay humble. Humility is very important for some people right now, and it will really help them raise up their energy and their vibration. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, number 10 is happiness. So happiness, feel at peace in your heart. So this is going toward the little map they show me to share with you, to kind of go over the 3D and the 5D transition. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is where we're at. Okay, so that's the 3D world. So as you can see, that's us, and what's around is all those very negative energy that can be like control, possession, lack, things related to your past, false belief. We also have manipulation, domination, anything like that. And all of those things are actually related to fear, and it's all connected to fear, okay? Which is, as far as vibration, it's the lowest vibration you can have, and that's causing a lot of stress. So what happens is that the heart chakra is completely closed up, and then it's creating like a cap over your head as far as energies that is very difficult to connect with spirit guides or your soul or your higher self and things like that, which is really bringing you even more down. So you have to be careful of that. And when we're in that position, again, like a lot is controlled by fear, like you know, feeling like we have a lack of food, for example. It's a fear of not having enough food, okay, things like that. So what's holding you is that it's like chains around you. That was one of the images show me, but they also show me an image where it was like basically like ropes, like all those were like ropes all around you, and it's like we're holding to all those negative things, negative patterns, negative behavior because of fear, okay? So people that are still, for example, into a lot of control is because of fear, and they're holding to that control. Okay, the same with any of those, like holding on to things from your past because of certain fear, and you're holding to that, okay? And when you're holding to all those things because of the fear, you're losing a lot of energy, and it's really draining you, okay? It's like you holding to all those rope as tight as you can, and it's draining you. So what it's doing is that it's doing a loop of energy like this that is feeding it and coming back at you. So for example, you will feel that you will have that fear of lack, and then you're sending that energy of fear to lack, and then it's coming right back at you, multiply, so you're getting even more lack experience in your life. So that fear of lack is creating that loop like that, and it's creating more and more, it's multiplying it. So this is really like the energy we've been going through right now that is very negative, and it's like an infinite circle like this that we really need to break free from, so we can really break free from those chains of fear, of stress, so we can move forward into the 5D. Okay, so for the 5D, this is where we want to be, where we're gonna be. So now see, all the arrows are pointing outward, okay? We're not bringing that energy toward us anymore, holding to things as fear. Now we're expanding and we're letting go, okay? And by letting go, what happened is that you're gonna shine your light, and your energy, instead of being like draining and you're absorbing those negative energy, now you're really shining from your heart. Your heart chakra is wide open, and it's gonna shine that light, and that positive energy is actually shining out, okay? And what happened, that happens when you let go, okay? When you let go of all those things from 3D, okay, and you finally break free from all those, you work on yourself, you let go of all of that, and now you can be in that position. And when you let go, it's because you have faith, okay? You have faith and you trust the process, and when you do that, you can finally be at peace in your heart. And then when you're at peace, you feel joy, and then you have that full connection with your higher self, okay? That connection from up is going through you, and it's a full 100% connection, and now you can have that unconditional love, and that's the energy you're sending out. That is also the energy you're receiving, and now this is into the positive loop, okay? So obviously this doesn't happen overnight. This is where we're going toward, and it's very important to understand all the different steps to get there, okay? So make sure, I hope you wrote down those top 10, okay? And there's also they share with me also those, so this is also before, so before with the 3D, it was a lot about pleasing people instead of doing things that you love. Be connected to yourself, be connected to your higher self, and go toward that energy. So that's very important. We also had a lot of obligation instead of desire, so feeling obligated instead of the desire, which is a very negative energy too. Instead of being like, I have to do this, okay, say I want to do this, I would love to do this, I love doing this. Same thing with the duty for satisfaction and fulfillment. So in 3D it's a lot of obligation, duty, and we're gonna switch to desire, satisfaction, fulfillment. Okay, what makes my heart happy, what makes me shine, what makes my soul happy, etc. It's not like, again, like when it's I have to do this, I have to do that, da, da, da. It's a lot of blocks you're creating. It's a lot of tension you're creating in your life and for yourself, and it's also creating a lot of contradictory belief with yourself, which is creating more blocks. Okay, so make sure you get away from that friction by switching from, you know, I want to do this, I love doing this, I'm going in the direction that makes me satisfied, that makes me happy. So a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, that's easy to say, but you know, when you have to go to a job you hate and you have that boss, that's a total you know, that total thing, you know, and you don't want to deal with this person, and it's just making your life hell, but you have to da da da. They're saying, just remember that there's always your free will, and also see the positive in everything. Okay, when instead of being like, I have to do this presentation for this boss that I hate, you're gonna be like, I am so excited, I want to do this presentation because this is a great experience for me to learn and grow, and you know, I'm gonna grow from it, I'm gonna learn from it. I want to do this to you know, to see actually what I can do and be proud of myself, or things like that. You really have to switch it into the positive as much as you can, and then the more you do that, the more your energy, your vibration is going to change, and the more your environment is going to change and it has to adapt to that energy you're sending out, because that's a law of attraction. That's how it works. Okay, that's also the laws of cause and effects. So everything is that boomerang effect. So make sure you're very connected to that, and move forward from there. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's a message before I finish this video. Yeah, so they're saying keep moving forward. You know, those advices are definitely for multiple years. It's gonna take multiple years to get to that 100%, but really it's something to do every day. Don't be discouraged, and really move toward that energy, toward the light, toward the positive energy. Make as much switch as you can. Replace those negative beliefs with positive belief. Really change the way you're thinking, you're talking, you're doing. Like we say, go toward love and desire, satisfaction, to move away from that 3D, more heavy, more negative energy. Just keep faith. A lot of joy will be very helpful for this month. That's what I'm hearing. So anything that makes you happy, you can watch comedy, just things that makes you laugh, be with your friends, things that makes you happy, that makes you laugh. Definitely raise that vibration right now would be helpful. Just be patient with yourself as far as the adjustment for energy going on through the whole May, June. And yeah, and that's it. I think that's what they're saying. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I hope this was helpful for you. Like I said, I receive a ton of energy and messages this week, so this is really a concentrate of what I've received and learned. But I hope this helps you, and make sure that you know, you can go back if you need to take notes, because again, this is not just for guidance for this week or next week. That's something to practice for the upcoming years. So take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like it if you like it, or share it with your friends if that can help them, and I will see you soon. Ciao.